Welcome to Crypto Sage, helping people to make money out of crypto. Before getting in, please make sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to receive instant updates. The best cryptocurrency books, our picks. For anyone who is still new to cryptos, there are some great resources available. While Bitcoin was the first token to hit the markets in 2009, the industry has evolved into a global payment solution that has the potential to do a lot more as development continues. Here are some of the best cryptocurrency books to read in 2021 if you are trying to learn more about cryptos, and what they can do for our world. In this video, we sift through the hundreds of options to find the cream of the crop. Mastering Bitcoin, Programming the Open Blockchain. By Andreas M. Antonopoulos. Bitcoin has been evolving for more than a decade, and in Mastering Bitcoin, Programming the Open Blockchain author, Andreas M. Antonopoulos gives readers a broad view of important events that have shaped what Bitcoin has become, and also many of the important developments from its history. The book is in its second edition, and the author has added relevant information that will further educate readers. As Bitcoin has received development support from the wide community, the tools that operate with Bitcoin continue to grow. Antonopoulos begins the work by introducing the core concepts of Bitcoin to readers in non-technical terms that are perfect for people who aren't interested in actually developing open-source blockchain code structures. For executives that want to know more about Bitcoin, or an investor who wants to learn more about the sector, this is perfect. He moves on to a more detailed look at how the blockchain that powers the Bitcoin network operates on a level that is aimed at developers. By taking this approach, the author creates a book that can be used both as an educational tool and a practical guide to how Bitcoin-based development works. In addition to Mastering Bitcoin, Programming the Open Blockchain, Antonopoulos has also written Mastering Bitcoin and the Internet of Money. His works are thought to be authoritative on the subject of Bitcoin and crypto, and can be helpful to people who are just getting into the field, or want to learn more about the technical side of Bitcoin's blockchain. The Bitcoin Standard, the decentralized alternative to central banking. By Dr. M. Dr. M. The Bitcoin Standard gives an overview of what Bitcoin is, and what it could mean to society as a whole. Bitcoin emerged as an obscure, however powerful idea. In the book, Dr. M. works out how Bitcoin grew to be the answer to what many see as a world plagued by centralization. Unlike many later crypto platforms, Bitcoin was solely focused on the problem of money. People need to be able to transfer value and save with a stable currency, and in the modern age, central banks have taken on the role of issuing this vital social asset. Dr. M. walks the reader through the history of money and shows the ideas that Bitcoin embodies in the digital age. Instead of using fiat currency, the author shows how powerful the idea of a choice can be when it is transferred over the internet. The author postulates that it is not a coincidence that Bitcoin came into existence as central banks became social planners after the crisis of 2008. From this point, the book shows readers how Bitcoin works, and why it can be used instead of fiat currency. The discussion moves into the idea of trustless systems, and why this is such a revolutionary idea in the modern history of money. Most people who are alive today haven't lived without central bank-issued currency, as metals are no longer used as money. Trustless systems, in the way that Bitcoin is, are a very new technology, and according to the author, these new systems can make many other new social ideas viable. Bitcoin also undermines the idea of central banks planning the economic cycle via interest rates, which is another part of the money that many people take as unchangeable. Blockchain Bubble or Revolution, the Present and Future of Blockchain and Cryptocurrencies. By Neil Mehta. Anyone that wants to gain a comprehensive view of the blockchain development space should have a look at Blockchain Bubble or Revolution. The book is authored by 3 professionals who have deep knowledge of the tech space and have worked at companies like Google, IBM and Microsoft. The days when Bitcoin was the only compellingly centralized blockchain platform are long gone, and this book does a great job at explaining where the sector is likely to go next. The book begins with a look at how Bitcoin and blockchain work from a perspective that doesn't require the reader to have deep technical knowledge. From that base, the authors take the reader through the beginnings of Bitcoin, and also explain how a blockchain works, including definitions for commonly used terms, that will help the reader move through the rest of the work. With the popularity of cryptocurrencies, blockchain has been applied to many new areas. The authors take a look at applications for blockchain, and offer their opinions on when it makes sense to use the technology, or when it may not make sense to integrate blockchain into a project. As most people know, there are a few other popular tokens, and Blockchain Bubble or Revolution will help the reader to better understand how Ethereum is different from Bitcoin, and how it could find a complementary role in the crypto space. In addition to talking about Ethereum and its evolving technology like smart contracts, the author